Good Saturday, my friends. So good to see you. It is time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. This is where you get to ask specific questions, anything at all, and I will do my best to give you specific answers. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I'm coming to you live from YouTube, multi-streaming on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. Wherever you're watching this, if you'd like to ask a question, just ask it, and you will join the queue. Hey, DePonte, nice to see you over on Instagram. So the deal is, specific questions are best. We're not looking for, what does the universe want me to know? Although that is always a great question. We're looking for the tea. We want to know the things you really need to know, and I'll do my best to give you those answers. Okay, Miss Hannah Bell, good to see you on Instagram, and Dax Carlisle, so nice to see you. Get those questions in. We are going right on over to Card Cam in just 1 second. Okay, here we go. Off to Card Cam we go, where you can see I have been really attached to this deck for a little while. This is Morgan Greer. It came out of the shelf for whatever reason and has once again become like a workhorse for me. Can't quite explain it, but that's what I'm doing. It's really beat up. I don't use it with clients in person, but hey, happy to put it out in the internet. Donna, good to see you on Facebook. Let me know if you have a question, and we're going to get started right now over on YouTube with Anna K. First question of the day. See how that rhymed? Okay, here we go. Anna K., thank you for being a member. We really appreciate you. Will Crystal be able to pre-sell the projects we have within 6 months, or should I look for another realtor? Let's see. Crystal is good. She's good. She might be able to do this. Would another realtor be able to do it better? Let's see. Stick with Crystal. You know, I could make an argument either way, Anna. I think it's not an easy task. I do think Crystal can do it. I think there might be another realtor who could do it easier or quicker. So should you actively look to, I think for your own peace of mind, at least have a conversation with another realtor. All righty. Caroline McLaughlin, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Message from your ancestors. What do your ancestors want you to know in this moment? Okay. I feel like who is speaking to us feels like a male from your lineage who had a really difficult life, may have traveled the world, or may have been in a lot of different places and may not have had a lot of money. So that's the specific ancestor I think is speaking. I don't know if you can identify that person. And the message is, your wealth is the love that you keep in your heart. That is a lesson I learned in my life. And even though you may have a more prosperous life than I did, you still have that love in your heart. And that is your greatest treasure. All right. I am going to hop on over to Facebook for 1 second. For Donna. Donna, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. So this is a specific question about a case of some sort. Will MMIW and Everett Child Matters get the response they're looking for? Let's take a look and see. I think they likely will. I think they may have to dig for it, but I think they likely will. So if that's what you wanted to have happen, that's good news. Caroline, you're very welcome. Mix, you are glad you're here. Make sure Every Child Matters. Okay, yeah, I have no idea. I just read it as I see it and do the reading, there it is. But the answer, I think, is yes. And Mixuer, I am so glad you are here, even though you're on a streetcar. That is fabulous. Okay, who is next? Hang on, it is Melissa. Melissa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Donna, you are very welcome. Okay, not sure what to ask this week. I'm prepping myself mentally and emotionally for Easter week with the family tomorrow. Emojis that reflect that. Since the crow made a reappearance at work yesterday, and Melissa sent me a video of the crow this week. The crow is cool. And he was quite vocal. I will ask what message he had for me. And I see the request to share pictures of Elliot and Aubrey. I most certainly will. Okay, yeah, they are so very cute. Okay, Melissa, what message does the crow have for you? Let's see what we got. The crow is cute is one word, but I was going to say powerful as well. Oh my gosh. So what does the crow want you to know? The crow wants you to know that, Alicia, thank you for liking the stream. Good to see you. The crow wants you to know that you can do what he does. What does the crow do? The crow picks a destination and goes there. What does the crow do? The crow finds what he needs. That's what the crow does. And the crow wants you to know that you can do that too. Now, vis-a-vis dealing with your family. So this is the card of the wounded warrior. So definitely emotionally, do what you have to do. But go in there with the divine power of love. Go in there with that love that is the love of Persephone and Demeter. Go in there with that love that supersedes crap and just is love. And let that be love for yourself as well as love for them. There you go. Good luck. And yes, make sure you are announcing it. Nancy Hendrickson is in the house. Over on IG, Nancy Sage Shadow. Yes, that is the one and only Nancy Hendrickson. Nancy, so good to see you. I just quoted you in a reading yesterday. Just to show you how important your message is. I used you in a reading yesterday. Let me know. We're doing specific questions today. If you have a specific question, you let me know, Nancy, and we'll get you in. Pat, good to see you. Melissa, you are very welcome. Up next. Oh, my goodness. Melissa says, Nancy, I have your book on my mantle to start this week. That is fabulous. So everyone, Nancy, everyone over here on YouTube is saying hi to you. You can see it on the screen. Just know how much you are loved. All right. Over to Nalini Kalu. Here we go. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We really appreciate you. And thanks for using members only emojis. I've had 3 dreams of my ex in the past week or so. First, we were laying next to each other and he looked at me as though he regrets we're not like that anymore. Second, I called his phone and he answered, stating, "This is Mark's personal phone," as though he couldn't talk to me, which I already know in real life. Third, this morning I dreamt I was around him, and a part of me thought about asking him if we worked on our problems, if we should get back together. But then I thought, do I even want him back? Is this what I really want, or should I stay open to the possibility of someone better? I don't entertain thoughts of getting back together, and I don't think about the past with too much regret because I see it and him for what it was. Why am I now having these dreams? It's the most I've ever dreamt of him, even when we were together. Also, another admirer from last year popped back up. He's attractive, but not what I'm looking for. I know nothing is in retrograde right now. Right, because retrogrades tend to do that. Tend to bring back, as Diana says, the deuterang. All right. So why are you dreaming of your ex right now? What is that? And what's interesting in my own mind, I will let you know as I go into this reading. What I'm thinking of is I've really been seeing in your cards over the past few weeks that you're doing the internal work. You're really doing it. And I think you're doing it primarily vis-a-vis the thing with your family, but it's the same energy. It's the same thing. There never would have been that husband if there hadn't been that family. And so you're doing your work. And in my mind, I'm already thinking these dreams are popping up because you're doing your work. But let's see what the cards say, shall we? And Barbie does point out, hi, Barbie, does point out we are still in the shadow of Venus retrograde, just to be clear. Yeah, fair. Okay, here we go. Nalini. This is all happening because of the healing work you're doing. You know you don't want to get back together with him, and you know exactly what's up. These dreams are your higher self, your angels, your spirit guides, whatever. These dreams are telling you that you're doing your work, so even your dream self is getting your closure. Even your dream self is like, yeah, he can't communicate with me. Even your dream self is like, do I really want to get back together with this guy? Do I really want to do that? So this is your higher self letting you know that the work you're doing is working and moving you on to what you really want. There it is. That's what it is. Let me know your thoughts. Okay. Hey, Tajosvi, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Welcome as a new member. I was so happy that Stacy was able to make that happen for you. We're going to hop on over to Instagram to DePonte. Should I focus again on my tarot business or focus on the other business I'm going to do? Why not both? On different days, they'll have different needs, but I'm going to say these are not mutually exclusive. I say do both. Oh, Nalini says, thank you. You're always so on point. You're very welcome. Kay Talks, nice to see you. I see you there. You're in the queue. I just wanted to say hello and how is everything going? Trey Cameron, you are up next. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. We really appreciate you. Okay, Trey, here we go. How does my friend view me? I feel like things have been a bit awkward between her and I get the feeling that she's bothered about something concerning me, could just be paranoid. Understood. Let's take a look. Give me a minute. I'm not seeing anything bad here. The energy that you're perceiving, I wonder if your friend wants something more from you than what you can give. I think your friend perceives you in a really positive way, as many of us do. I think your friend may be having some issues about wanting something more or different that you're not available for. And that could be more what it is. I think your friend thinks very highly of you. So if that's the case, I think the key here is you just be normal with her and she'll be as normal as she can with you. All right. DePonte, you are very welcome. Mixuir, thanks for your kind words about the newsletter. At some point before Wednesday, I still want to come on and do a newsletter recap. Mixuir, thanks for being a member. Says, great newsletter. Being open to change is so important. Just to reinforce your point, X's are X's for a reason. But when we go further, what we see is, unless one or both of us has done extensive therapy, I don't see how anything will have changed, and you'll just repeat the same patterns over and over again. Exactly. Here's the question. My phone died on Sunday. It was fixed. I got it back on Wednesday. I've never liked this phone, but I have it now and can't afford to buy anything new on my own. An acquaintance of mine sent me a link to a refurbished Samsung that is in my money range, but would need my dad's help to get it. Should I bother or should I stick with what I have, even though it's a frustrating phone? Okay, so it is a question about X's, but it's really your X phone or another phone, not someone else's X phone. Let's see, what do we got? Get the refurbished or stick with what you've got? I'm going to say stick with what you got for now. I don't think the refurbished is going to be that much better. Stick with what you've got for now, and something else will come up later. That's what I think. Trey, you are very welcome. Very welcome. All right. 64, Amy Penn. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. When is a new job or contract coming? Here I am shuffling all weird. Okay. Okay. When is a new job or contract coming for Amy? Interestingly, it may be someone you've already talked to or someone you know or someone you've worked with in the past coming back in, and likely within 2 weeks. All righty. TJ and GA, so good to see you. How can I let my walls down and be more authentic? Let's take a look. Makes you air. I know, right? That was funny. Okay, TJ. Being more authentic. And over on IG, nice to see you, Renata. TJ. Be clear with yourself about what you like and don't like. Don't worry about other people's judgment about your tastes, ideas, and interests. I feel like in the past you received some scorn for something you liked or enjoyed, and now I feel like you don't feel comfortable just liking what you like and being okay with it. And so I think you got to get over fear of judgment and be really clear about what do you like. There is that scene from the movie, The Runaway Bride, with Julia Roberts showing up, where she didn't know what kind of eggs she liked. She just ate whatever her partners ate. There's something there, like you need to know what you like and be strong in that, and you'll be good. Christine Nally, good to see you over on Facebook. Let me know if you have a specific question. Same with you, Renata. Wherever you're coming in, what I'm doing today is specific questions. Let me know if you got one. In the meantime, we are off to Jeannie Mnuchin. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Will my plans for community engagement on May 2nd work well? Okay, we're going to do this in real time. Here we go. In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Will my facilitating artists to lead the community in indoor performance work? Yes, that will work. Will there be buy-in from the artists? That's going to be your problem. You got to get the buy-in from the artists. How do you do that? That is the whole question. How do you do that? It is doable. It's got to be about community, and it's got to be about what's in it for them. And there it is. Like there it is. That's what it is. So figure out how to sell it to them, what's in it for them. And it will work. Okay. So Renata, we're doing a conspiracy question. You know I love to do these. Thanks for being here over on Instagram. Did the prisoners get out of Alcatraz alive, or did they die? I do not know this case. I do not know this story. That's why I'm great for the conspiracy theories and true crime stuff, because I don't listen to those podcasts. I don't know. So let's see. Did they get out alive, or did they die? They got out alive. I am pretty sure they got out alive. Hey, Revival of Venus, I can't wait to do your fashion question. Haven't gotten there yet, but it's coming up soon. Soon. Okay, and while I'm here on IG, I'm just going to do Kelly Thompson real quick. Then I'm going back to Barbie Bird on YouTube. Will I ever live near the man I love? And will he ever come home? You know, there's issues here larger than geography. Like, I think when you ask this question, excuse me for saying this, I think you're asking me about how we should arrange the deck chairs on the Titanic. There's a deeper question here that you need to answer, that you need to ask yourself. Because I think you're hanging on to something here that maybe you shouldn't. Okay. Welcome on IG to G. Girgana. Not sure how to pronounce that, but I'm glad you're here. To Josve, no, just one question, please. Unless you're asking for another person. Like if your sister is there and you want to ask a question for your sister, that's okay. All right. Barbie Bird, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. I feel so in the middle of things, like I'm waiting to be shot out of a cannon. Okay. Stuck between my old self and the version of me I'm becoming. I'm starting to feel impatient. Okay, I got to find where you are. Got you. Okay. But I'm also accepting that what I desire is mine and will come in perfect timing. That said, do we have a timeline for romantic love? Okay, we remember the last time we asked this question. I'll do it, but let's just be careful here. And here, we're gonna bring some magic to the table to start. Okay. Okay. Do we have a timeline for romantic love? Just checking. Also, any messages from Spirit I need to know about the changes I'm experiencing right now would also be appreciated. You got it. You got it, Barbie. Okay, so you're promising you won't get mad. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Let's see. So Barbie, you're actually closer. Like this is actually good. You're closer than you were. That I can tell you. Like the work you're doing is happening and is really good. Now this in-between space that you're in that feels heavy, what I can tell you about that, Barbie, is I think we all exist there. Like we're all going toward what we're working on, and we're all called back to the behaviors of the past. So it does get easier, but there is no line of demarcation there. There really isn't. There are aha moments. There are moments where we feel the change and we feel healing. There are moments where we clock that our behavior has changed and our reactions have changed. But it's an ongoing process, and you're in it. Exactly, Barbie. It's a lot of reversals. Yes. Yes. So there that is. Okay. Over on Facebook, Christine Nally, good to see you. What will your summer look like? I think you're going to be doing something significant. I think it's either work or going to school, studying something. It's going to be more work than fun, but it's going to get you something good. Okay. Yeah, Barbie, it does make sense. And that means that when you're being your future self and your past self does something cringy, you have to be kind with yourself. You have to be kind with yourself. That's like important. I think that was the message from Spirit, Barbie. I think. Okay. Vaishali. Practical exams on Sunday and Monday. Guidance for these 2 exams. Sunday, you know what you're doing. You show up confident. And on Monday is the harder of the 2. And what you need to know about Monday is you've got this, but they're going to try to trick you. Look for the tricks. They're going to present you with something unusual. Okay, so Smile Soul 20, I see you here. I see you on Facebook. Do you have a specific question? Let me know. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years and being a moderator. Revival of Venus. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here we go. My event is happening next week. Hey, Marianne O'Kane, so good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Let me know if you have a specific question. My event is happening next week, the donors event. I have 3 outfits. I'm not sure which one to wear. They're getting to me on Monday, God willing. Okay, so we have the red jumpsuit, the dress, or the black jumpsuit. And I'm understanding that they haven't gotten there, so you're going to have to try them on. I don't know if you've tried them on in a store or not. So that could be a factor too, like which one actually looks better is a question. Smile Soul 20, I see your question. Okay. So, which is it? Revival of Venus. Red jumpsuit. Dress. Black jumpsuit. I'm a big fan of jumpsuits these days, but not for me. I haven't found one that works for me, but my daughter just bought a really cute one. But I'm going with the dress. I think the dress might be best. But it's in this order. Dress number 1, red jumpsuit number 2, black jumpsuit number 3. Okay. Smile Soul 20, so good to see you. I'm going to do your question right now. What does Spirit want you to know? To watch out, and this was really the same message for Barbie Bird, but in a different way, to watch out what you're telling yourself. To watch out when you say things to yourself that aren't serving you. That's really the thing. That's really the whole question. And there is something here about your living space that you want to keep an eye on. I don't know if you're planning on moving or planning on renewing your lease, but that is something you need to pay attention to. Revival of Venus, let us know what works best. Medium the Rocks, do you have a tarot question? You know I'll always do a tarot question. So if you got one, let me know. I'll push that right on up the, yeah. Does a major reversal say yes over a minor reversal? Not necessarily. Excuse me. For me, there is no major is always this, minor is always that. A lot of readers do that. I do not. I take every card as its own thing. So major, like I'm not going to weigh it that way. But that's just me. Other readers will do it differently. Whatever works for you is good. Hey, Little Soft Bunny, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Will me and Murphy ever be together, like in a relationship? This is over on Twitch. Will me and Murphy ever be together, like in a relationship? Is it our destiny or no? Okay, let's take a look. Will you and Murphy ever be together? Let's take a look. I mean, I'm not seeing, like, are you getting any understanding from Murphy that that is something Murphy would want? Because I'm really not seeing it here. Like, I'm wondering, here's my question for you, little soft bunny. I'm wondering what indication this person has given you. Because I'm just not seeing it. It really makes me think that this is not where your energy should be going. It just doesn't feel like there's anything there for you. And, you know, I don't think it's anyone's destiny to wait around for someone who's not going to be there for them. And you say, yeah, he's going through some tricky stuff, so it's the last thing on his mind. But I do have feelings. Yeah, he is going through some tricky stuff, but regardless of that, if he had those feelings, I think you would know it. And yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh, Smile Soul 20, you just signed your lease. There you go. Yeah, so there it is. Okay, and I'm going to stick on Twitch for just one moment. Vanna Not White, so good to see you. Do you see Ralph developing romantic feelings for me when we hang out in a few weeks? I would not be planning that. I think there could be some conversation. I think it could be fun, but it feels more platonic to me. So be open, be open. All right, Little Soft Bunny, thank you. Vanna Not White, thank you. Back over to Facebook we go. And Stacy, I hope that you see Medium That Rocks just sent you some support, and like the two of you are in a very significantly similar situation. And just for 1 second before I do you, Stacy, right, I remember the situation, Vanna Not White. We almost went on a date. Yeah, I remember that. And I just think he may be discouraged by the distance. That's the thing. So let him lead. If he's interested and you're interested, great. But I think he's going to be discouraged by the distance. So we'll see what happens. All right, good luck. Stacy Flannery, here we go. Thanks so much for being a member. And Medium That Rocks, thanks for your support and for making that connection. Would love a read. I walked out of my 38-year marriage 6 months ago. Are my decisions since then leading me on the right path? And I love the way you wrote that, because and you're here. Okay, good. There is not a question about whether that decision was correct. The question is decisions since that time. And the thing is, I mean, doing that was really, 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 really hard. And so like 6 months, like you're not in your right mind yet. Like no one would be. Like you are hanging on to the cliff with your fingernails because there's no other way to be after changing your life after 38 years and all the energy that comes with that. It is not easy. So you need to, first of all, understand, Stacy, it doesn't matter if your decisions are good or not, because the primary decision you made was good and you're still recovering from all of that. Now, the decisions that you have been making, you have really been trying. You have been trying to make really good decisions based on what is appropriate, based on what is right. The problem is your whole life, and oh my gosh, Medium That Rocks, like so much the same, 6 months for you and 38 years for you. That's amazing. Amazing that you would both find yourselves here at this same time. So the thing is, like, I think the thing you have to remember, Stacey, is whatever caused you to stay there for as long as you did is still being unpacked, is still being disassembled, is still being deconstructed. And so you're trying to find a good basis for making good decisions, but you've never had one. Because if you did, you never would have married that guy and you never would have stayed for 38 years. And so for you, Stacey, right now, I think it's not, it's not about the decisions that you're making. It's about the healing that you're doing. You don't want to make big decisions that you don't have to make right now. What you want to do is do the healing and find your core. Find your process for figuring out what is really true. And Medium That Rocks is like, ouch, I feel that too. Yeah, the two of you definitely need to talk, right? Because if you've built your castle on a mound of crap, which is what both of you did, you need to figure that out, right? You need to figure out what's the foundation now? And that's going to be the thing. So good luck and so good to see you here. Okay. Sharon over on Facebook. Your question, good to see you. Will I continue living in Florida? And you've had some real loss. Your 37-year-old son just passed. So very sorry. Sending so much healing. And your husband passed 3 years ago. So, Sharon, I see you looking at all kinds of possibilities. And I think there's a part of you that is looking to make a change. But I feel like, similar to what I'm saying to Stacey, in the place of that trauma is not a good time to make a decision if you don't have to. I think it's good to take a trip. I think it's good to go see other places. If you have a plan and you're sure about it, I think that's okay. But just don't make a decision based on trauma. And so sorry for what you've been through. Oh, Stacey, you've also had child loss. Like that's the worst thing, right? That's the worst thing ever. Terrible, terrible. So sorry you're going through that. Yes, you may leave Florida, but what's coming up here is don't make decisions if you don't have to right now. Okay. Right, Stacey, your ex just told me you need to come home because you're stupid. He still thinks of his place as your home, right? So there it is, right? There's that whole thing. So yeah. All right, Christina R. Good to see you. I'm thinking of being as needed at the midwife position in Salem so I don't lose health insurance and take a pay cut. Will doing this burn me out or lead to better opportunities? All right. There is a real potential for burnout. Like, I don't think these two things are mutually exclusive, Christina. I think both are true. I think the potential for burnout is great, but the potential for better options and opportunities is also great at the very same time. So should you do it? Should you do it? I think you might as well give it a try and just do really, really good self-care because yes, it will also burn you out, but I think it'll be good for you. Okay, kiss a kiss. Good to see you on Instagram. All right, who is next? Kim Morse. So good to see you. Glad you're here. Hope you're doing really well. Is the new guy in Philly going to be like what I hope he is? Let's take a look. Oh, Stacy, you're traveling. You're going to Hawaii in 2 weeks thanks to your new job. Perfect. Okay. Is the new guy in Philly going to be what you hope he is? I would be very, very careful and do not let hope cloud your goggles. Like, you know about beer goggles, there are also hope goggles. I would be really careful here. I'm so sorry to say that. So medium that rocks, that's about the same number of attempts it takes people to quit a drug. So yeah, abusive relationships and drugs are very similar, just saying. All righty. Who is next? A penny for your thoughts. So good to see you. Is V safe? It's really one question because it's all about V. We can do this. Is V safe enough? Enough in the moment today, but who knows what happens in the future, right? And will she accept help? Probably. And can you let R have her apartment temporarily? Not necessarily. I don't think that's a good idea. All right, hopping over to IG. Oh, I can do this, yeah. There's two things. One is a reading question. The other is a technique question. So everyone get ready for a quick technique thing, but let's do the reading. Kiss a kiss. Will I get married this year? I mean, in my opinion, that shouldn't be a question you have to ask a reader. Like, you should already know. If you're on the path to that, you should already know that. And so the cards are like, yeah, no. But my own mind is like, if you're not with someone that you're having that conversation with now, there's no way you should be married in the amount of months we have left in the year. So I'm going to say no for a number of reasons. Now, technique question real quick, everyone. We're going to give you a commercial break with a tarot reading technique. In your previous streams, you told us that you get energy from the earth and the universe. How do you do it? Yeah, it's easy. Root chakra into the earth. Bring energy all the way up through all the chakras, out the crown, up to heaven. And there you are. Now you're a conduit. You're a straw. Energy from heaven, energy from earth, no energy from you. That's how you do it. All right. Give it a try. There's that little speck is just driving me nuts. Okay. Who's next? Let's see. IG, nice to see you here, James Richard Lee. We've done a penny for your thoughts. Hey, Sailor Dune, good to see you. Let me know if you've got a question. And hey, Ginny, Virginia W. Ginny, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I'm so excited about the new group. The application must be phrased to get it past the board. Two questions. Will the group be approved and meet by June? Maybe July is better to think about. July may be better to think about. And looking for your second question, Ginny. Okay, hang on one second. Hang on. I am looking for it. Okay, I'm not seeing your second question, Ginny. Let me know. If you can put it back in, I will do it. And hopping... Oh, there it is. So yeah, will it get approved was the other question. I think it's going to be hard to get it approved. I think there will be some sticklers who, there's the other question. Should I spend another few hours trying to make a Facebook group invitation? Wait until you get it approved. And when we know when it is, that's when you do it. All right, very good. And over on Twitch for a moment, Sailor Dune 2020. Curious about how R feels about me. Is he wanting things to be more than friendly? I think he might. I think he's shy, but I think he's interested. But, you know, I have advice here based on what I see with him and with anyone. There is this thing that happens in the movies and on TV where a shy person just needs to be encouraged and then they open up and everything's great. It's Pygmalion, you know, it's My Fair Lady, it's Pretty Lady. It's all of that, you know, it's this redemption. Taking someone who has problems and turning them into something else. And if a person is too shy to ask you out, they're also going to be too shy to step up for you when that is needed. And so if a person does not have enough game to make their interest known, that person got no game. You can flirt with him, absolutely. Flirt with him and see what he does, yes. Flirt with him and see what he does. But if he doesn't step up, then it doesn't matter if he's secretly interested, and it doesn't matter if you're overtly interested. If he's a wimp, he's a wimp. If he's got no game, he's got no game. You know, we get trained by these redemption stories on screen that are never true in real life. Gen Xers says, that's so true. Damn straight it is. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Up next, Medium That Rocks. What do I most need to know about how to handle the next few months? Fleur de Moon, thank you for your kind words. The next few months, Medium That Rocks, will not be easy. It is deeply spiritual, and you must be deeply spiritual about it. You must be guided by, you know, and again, it's this whole thing. What is the core? What do you know is right? You must find that. You must find that core, right? So it could be lonely. It could be difficult, but it will get you to where you need to go. That's the key. All right. DH, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. And what does the universe want me to know about this week, next week, and next month? That's a 3-card reading. This week, think outside the box. This week, think outside the box. Next week, hard work. And the next month, communication kerfuffles. Be careful about communication next month. Hey, Joan, thank you for the like. Yeah, Ginny, it's a good thing, for sure, for sure. Okay. Imy, good to see you. Can I know what you think about the Leon Company? I will start there. Am I going to make good money? It's not going to be the easiest. No job is. The money's not great, but a job is better than no job, and this is good. So good job. Well done. All righty. Okay, nope. Let's see who's next. Okay. Okay, hang on one second. We are scrolling and looking. Okay, Jenna Perkins, you're up next. My question is, what do I need to do to get my anxieties to subside for the holiday weekend? I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking about before I even pull the cards is maybe you don't get your anxiety to subside. Maybe you become more clear about why that anxiety is there, and what it's trying to do. It is awkwardly trying to protect you. What is it trying to protect you from? And what can you do differently to protect yourself so the anxiety doesn't need to be there? That's what I'm going to say to you without looking at the cards. When I look at the cards, I'm going to say, listen to music that you enjoy. Do things that you enjoy. And have really, really good energetic protection and boundaries. All of that is going to be important. Okay, Donna, I already got to you on YouTube. On Facebook. Very good. So who's next after that? Raymona, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Would love to know if Ernest will be able to connect me with people who can help me with my work. Good question. Okay. I think I would not count on him as the only source of help. He might, but it's most likely no. It's most likely no. And so you've got to look elsewhere. You can see what he can come up with, but I think you've got to look elsewhere, and I don't trust him entirely. Hey, Martha Vink, happy, happy, happy birthday. Everyone send lots of love to Martha Vink, as her birthday was yesterday. Martha, thanks for being here and thanks for being a member. We will absolutely do your reading. I'm glad you're here. Up next is Pat Rainville. I feel like there is a pleasant change that may be imminent for me. I love that feeling. Any insights as to what it may be? I love that. It is definitely about healing. It is definitely about healing, and it is definitely about things you have been working for and hoping for. It is sort of a logical conclusion to the things you've been working toward and trying to do. Is that helpful? It's creative. It's definitely healing and hopeful. That I can tell you. So you're right. Good. Okay. Pat says cool. Good. Okay, to Josve, it's just so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a new member. What are Siddharth's next actions toward me? It's a block situation. Are you here? Did you block him or did he block you? Because I feel like he's lying in wait. I feel like he is just waiting for a time when you will be more susceptible to come out and try to get you. So if you haven't got him blocked, I think you should have him blocked. Good luck. K Talks. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. How's the baby? Will my dog's surgery go well on Monday? And is money coming in? I'm glad you're in Florida trying to relax. Where in Florida are you? And thanks for everyone trying to get the like count up. I really do appreciate that. Okay. K Talks. Dog surgery. I'm a little concerned. I am wondering if there's some underlying issues that the vet does not know about. I think you need to be prepared that this may not be as simple as we think it is. So lots of prayer, right? Be prepared and be pre-prayered. I just made that up and I really like it. Martha, are you here? Will you use that now, please? I like it. And do we see money coming in for you, Kay? I see a need for it, and yeah, I think it will. Don't spend it till you get there, but yes. Yes. Oh, you're in Daytona. Have so much fun. And let us know. We will keep your dog in our prayers, for sure. Okay, Karina Morrison, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Do you see anything remarkable happening in our court date, April 30th, with the landlord? They are in contempt of court. Oh, I see your follow-up question, Kay, and I will get to it. In fact, Karina, hang on 1 second because I don't want to forget. You know, puppies are important. Should we not even try the surgery? It's a really interesting question because if you don't, like, I feel like you probably need to give it a try. You probably need to give it a try. It's hard. It's a hard question. But I feel like if you don't, there's going to be a quality of life issue. You could talk to the vet about what if we delay, what if we wait. But it's a hard one. Okay. But I'm thinking you probably should try. Teresa, you like it. Okay. Yeah, we're going to use it. Help me remember it. Okay. Karina, thank you so much for your patience and your grace. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Anything remarkable happening on the court date? I do. Like, I think if things aren't rectified, I think something remarkable will happen. Yeah, I do. I think the judge will have had enough. So yeah, very interesting. Please keep us posted. All right, who is next? Julie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Career guidance. Yeah. What I can tell you, Julie, is I feel like you've got a lot of skills that you're not using. The guidance is to don't stay stuck. Not stay stuck. Do not stay stuck. The guidance is to see your skills and abilities and market them better so you can do better. Okay, Narina, I see your question and you're in the queue. Putting it in more than once is not going to make me get to you any quicker. Thanks for being here. I will get to you as soon as I get to you. All right, who is next? Ms. Silver, thanks for being here. Thinking of working online from home. Anything I need to be aware of that needs attention? I think for you, the key about working at home is not allowing yourself to get distracted by other things. Narina, no worries, no worries. It's good to have you here. I'm glad you're here. Ms. Silver, I think working from home is good for you. I think it will be good. I think that the thing you have to watch out for is being pulled in more directions because home pulls you in directions as well. That's what you have to watch out for. Narina, when I'm on TikTok, I absolutely need people to put it in more than once because it goes so quickly. Here, I just take them as they are. To Josfe, yes, I did do you. Yes. Yeah, you'll have to scroll back and you'll get it. Vanilla, good to see you. Last Saturday, right, was the Hanuman celebration. Does Lord Hanuman have any message for you? Yes. It is an encouragement to do the things that make you happy, and that will help you build your wealth. Happiness will build your wealth. Okay, who's next? Febborn, good to see you. How can I best use my time and resources in the coming years? I love that question. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. By sticking to the things that matter most and not letting anyone, including yourself, discourage you. By finding great friends to be teenagers with. By building as much peace as you possibly can in your life. There it is. La Magician on Instagram, good to see you. All right, Jennifer, good to see you. You're up next. I had a fight with a girl in my class 2 to 3 years ago. She blocked my number and I blocked hers. Excuse me, this is, You know, whenever I have that response to a question, I always have to wonder, right? Like, what's up there? Like, you were probably really right to block that girl. Okay. Okay, but she suddenly unblocked my number after 3 years. What are her intentions toward me now? Man, thinking about the Tajasvi, I have something to say about that. Hang on one second. Jennifer, she unblocked you because she wanted to see if you still had her blocked. She's thinking about you. And I think she misses the friendship and would like to get in touch. But I think you saw something there you should not unsee. I'm not sure a reunion is a good idea. Okay, so Tajasvi, here's the thing that I saw there is, okay, he has you blocked, but he's just trying to train you. Like, he'll unblock you and welcome you back, and that will be so sweet. It's manipulation. Stay away from him. Keep him blocked. Seriously. Gen Xers, so good to see you. Gen Xers just walked off. Thanks for being a member. What do I see happening for you financially in the next 6 months? Well, I see you having fun. I think you're going to have more love than money, but you'll have enough money to get by. I don't think it'll be great, but I don't think it'll be terrible. If you want to improve it, the next 6 months is not a time to improve it. The next 6 months is a time to just get by. You improve it after that. All right. Who is next? Cassie, Cassandra. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Feeling good and blah anxious all at the same time. How do I make the best out of today? And am I feeling off because of medication? Let's see. Give me a minute. I think the medication is part of the issue, but not all of the issue. That's what I'm going to say about that. How do you make the best out of today? Be careful about intrusive thoughts and enjoy the things that are right in front of you. Enjoy your home. Enjoy the beautiful day. Enjoy your child. Be like really simple. Do you want to eat some good food? Eat some good food. Do you want to watch something fun on TV? Watch something fun on TV. Like, just enjoy the moment and don't overthink. That's the key. Gen Xers, you are very welcome. Jenny, good to see you. Will working with S and G give me the results I'm looking for? Probably not entirely. They want you to think that it will, but I mean, some results, yes. The results you're working for, not so sure. All right, who is next? Okay. Baby Cakes, good to see you. My job possibly ends by the end of June. Is the Boston position something viable, or are they just playing games? I think they think it's viable, but I'm not thinking they're going to I'm not sure they're going to meet your bare minimum. So they think it's viable. I'm not sure you will think that. When is the new job coming? Should I press hard to find something new or take a break? I think you need to press hard to find something new. And I'm not sure the Boston one is it. You may end up having a break de facto, but start looking now. All right. Narina, you are coming up. Here we are. Narina, thank you for your patience. May I ask, do you see Justin wanting to marry me? Positive impact. Thanks for the follow. Justin wanting to marry me. I think Justin wants marriage privileges with you, for sure. But marriage? I think he wants to be with you. And he may even say he wants to marry you, but does he really have the maturity for that? Is he really ready for that? Are you? Should you really be thinking about that? Like, I've got big questions here, Narina, and I feel like you're not asking the right question. I know he's into you. That I know for sure. But I would be careful about a commitment of marriage. Positive impact over on Twitch. Will I fall in romantic love this year? I see good things coming for work this year, but I feel like the person you need to fall in love with first is yourself. I really do. I think this year is about building yourself. And if love doesn't come this year, that's okay. It'll come next year. Hey, Patrika, good to see you on Instagram. Glad you're here. Okay, Ms. Voice, good to see you. Can you please tell me when I'll more likely earn money with playing blackjack, counting cards? Ms. Voice, you shouldn't do either of these things. I don't want, no. Magical spells for others is a tricky, tricky, tricky business that I would be extremely careful about because it's hard to do that ethically. And counting cards is a problem. I'll do the reading, but I don't think you should do either of these things personally. Oh my goodness. This reminds me of the question that made me stop working a 900 number back in the 90s, which was, should I use a gun or a knife? That was the question. The answer was neither, and I promptly got off the service. So let's see. Card counting? Yeah, bad idea. Magic for hire? You know, your better choice is magic for hire. But again, there are ethical implications there, right? But that is your better choice. Okay. Okay. Fleur de Moon, I love your name. Love it. My ex contacted me and wants reunion, although hang on a minute. When I decided to meet him, he told me his life is a mess and he needs to fix things and we'll talk in the future. Why is he so weird? Man, that should be the question. That should be like a whole session we do. Why is he so weird? You know, because that's not just you, Fleur de Moon. That's a lot of people. Positive impact, you are more than welcome. Thanks for being here and thanks for the follow. Fleur de Moon. I think, here's the thing. I think he has an image for the future of wanting to be with you. And he wants to hang on to that image and he wants you to have that image too. But he's nowhere near ready. He doesn't want to purchase it now. He wants to put it on a shelf until he's ready. How does this serve you, though? That's my question. How does this serve you? There it is. Hey, you're Musai. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, who's next? Martha. Happy birthday, Martha. Martha Vink, thanks for being a member for more than a year and being my friend since I was 14. True story. A reading for your new year ahead since yesterday was your birthday. Can I shuffle my cards? Yes, I can. Here we go. All right. Okay. Your year ahead, Martha Vink. You will be a leader, as you are. You will look at making changes in your life. You will think about the things that you will continue to do and the things you will stop doing. You will find an even deeper spiritual connection and commitment. You will have some things that cause you physical pain, as we all do as we get older, that you will decide not to address. And I'm here to tell you, you should address it. Do not ignore pain, just go address it. And you will make some financial decisions. Overall, this is a year where you're going to have a greater sense of emotional strength and spiritual strength, but you're going to have to work to keep your physical strength. As we all do. I mean, that's, I could have said that without the cards, man. And I can say it to myself as easily as I can say it to you. So there it is. Dorella, what's coming for me for love in the near future? I think you have to look at what you want and what you want to pursue. If you wait for something to come to you, it may take some time. But I think what you want is a person who is really smart and trustworthy. So tell the universe that and be willing to look for it. All righty. Joanne Ball, so good to see you. My boyfriend and I have been going through a lot, and then we broke up. Oh, my goodness. I was hoping that we would be together for the long term. Does Spirit have any encouragement for me in terms of my love life? I'm so sorry you're going through a difficult time, but there were things about him that you were choosing not to see, and so you just dodged a bullet. That's the bottom line. The thing you have to think about is like that part of you that is not willing to see what you need to see. That's the thing you're going to have to be working on. And I think right now it is the love of community, the love of your girlfriends, love of self, love of spirit. In terms of a new relationship, do not be overly enthusiastic here because that causes us to see what we want to see. Rather, stay grounded in what you're doing in life. And how long will it take for someone good to come along? I think you got to be proactive in looking. Definitely look, but don't think you've found until you really have. Because it's a needle in a haystack, my friend, and you got to get through all the hay to find the needle. I think it could take a little bit of time. So be patient and look for the one who really is right, and you will find him. Dorella, do I believe that spell work really works? If you do it yourself, yes. If you pay someone else to do it for you, it depends. Dr. Alled, good to see you. Thanks for being here. When will the renters next door leave? Joanne, yes, patience is definitely the key. So true. Okay, Dr. Alled, when will the renters next door leave? Not soon enough for your liking, but my guess is in about 5 or 6 months. And Moose Knuckle Pum Pum over on Twitch, good to see you. What's coming my way in love? Maybe... I think you need to look harder because it might be a little bit of a dry spell otherwise. And be clear about what you want and look for what you want. A lot of things are possible, from quick fun hookups to something very serious. So decide what you want. That's really the key. Dorella, you are very welcome. Adrija, good to see you. Thinking about MK, my manager. We don't like her. She's again very sharp. I'm thinking of telling her something about the way I feel. How will it go? Should I or should I not? I think you have to be careful about how you do it. I think it's a depends question depending on how you do it. The best way to talk to her is something like this. And obviously there's a cultural difference, so put it through the lens of the appropriate workplace culture for you, is to say, I notice with your tone with me sounds very upset and disappointed. What is it that I am doing or not doing that is causing you to speak this way to me? Try that. New Perspective Tarot, good to see you. Oh, yes, over on Instagram, your Muse Zai, good to see you. I just took a new job. The company is getting off the ground. If successful, this could be a great opportunity. What do you see as far as a career for me? Okay, so with this new job, I think that they're overly enthusiastic here. They may not be successful. And I think they're trying to get you to really pitch in because this could be so good for all of us. But be careful that they do not take advantage of you. I think that they are being overly optimistic here. And so I think you should do your best here, but also be putting energy elsewhere so you have something in case this doesn't work. Moose-Knuckle Pum Pum, you are very welcome. Unidentifiable, what's coming my way this next few days? You say that like you sound like you're expecting something. And I see some work, some fun, and some weirdness in your home, your family, or relationship. There's some good things out here, but closer to you, some difficulty that will need to be addressed. Adrija, you are very welcome. All right, what's next? Okay. We've got Teresa. What about Teresa, who's been a member for more than 3 years and is a moderator? I was no contact with my mother before my sister passed. We briefly were in touch after that, but have gone no contact again. I don't think it's wise to contact her, even though she's aging, but she's been in my mind really heavy. Is she thinking about me, or will she contact me? I think she's thinking about you, but she thinks about you, Teresa, in a very opportunistic way. You're right to stay no contact unless there's something there for you. You know, what she wants is what she wants. That's always been the name of the game. So it's up to you, but recognize that anything from her is opportunistic because that's all she's got. And it's important to know that. Okay. So Joyous Ocean, you are here, but we didn't see a question from you. Did you have a question? We are scrolling through right now looking for, yeah, it seems like last call. Oh, Joyous Ocean was just saying hi. Did not think of a question. Teaching in Massachusetts, very good. Okay. From my perspective, everyone, it is last call for readings, y'all. If you asked a question and did not receive a reading, I apologize. It was not my intention. Oh, Teresa, yes, indeed. Yeah, there it is. Joyous Ocean, I see you're here. Did you think of a question? It is last call. If you got skipped, I'm so sorry. That is never my intention, but it can happen. So reiterate your question now or wait till next week. Joyous Ocean. Okay. Joyous Ocean, I'm going to let you retype. I'm going to let you retype. Ginny, I saw that you mentioned your support for the new tech that we're doing. Most appreciated. Okay. Okay, so Joyous Ocean, back over to Card Cam we go. So you're high. Okay, fair. Good way to be, especially on Easter weekend. Weird thinking of a full retreat planning next year. They want to plan for retreats for 2026. You want to plan for retreats. Will they be successful? I think in theory it's a good idea, but I think you got to be careful who you're doing this with, Joyous Ocean. The 4 retreats that you're looking at planning, will they be successful? I think so, yeah. Be careful, but I think so. I think it's good. I think it's good. Gen Xers, I want to thank you so much for the super sticker. Jackie, a message for you. You're not high. Joyous Ocean, now I'm disappointed. Not high. Okay. Oh, well. I'm sorry. I figured probably not. A medium that rocks, I'm not going to do that. No. Nope. You can ask me privately. Jackie Masters, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Jackie Masters, do the cards have a message for me? Let's take a look. Jackie, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. Jackie, the message for you is about social connection and interaction and how to feel more supported and how to feel like you have more connection with people that you care about. And I know you're working on career and everything else, but that's where also Spirit wants you to put your attention. Good luck. Light Seeker, good to see you over on Twitch. It's last call for readings, y'all. Do you have a question? Everyone, this is last call. Thank you so much. And Jen, yes. Big thanks on that. Big thanks to Gen Xers. Light Seers, what would you like to know? Get that question in there. And anybody else, I'm sort of scrolling back through to make sure I didn't skip anybody, especially over on Facebook. Lightseeker, here we go. If I'm hexed, or how do I release all this negative energy? Teresa, will I be on TikTok today? Good question. Message me on TikTok. That's a big not sure. Not sure, but would love to have you help me out. Thank you. Okay. Lightseeker. So, 9.99999% of the time, when people are like, am I hexed? Did someone do this to me? The answer is usually no, but let's see. No, I think you do this to yourself. I think you do this to yourself. I think you have to change the way you think, Lightseeker. I think that you were trained to think of things in a negative way. Yeah, it is awesome. So just try to see things from a different perspective and the energy will change. There it is. Oh, Narina, he has told you he doesn't want to get married again. I think that is the truth. That is the truth. Okay. And, all right, there we go. My friends, thank you so very much. Happy whatever you celebrate, if you're celebrating something this weekend. Otherwise, or in any case, have a great weekend. It is Easter 420, Passover. What did I just hear? It's Burmese New Year. Who knew? I didn't know, but it is. So if you're celebrating something, I wish you the very best. I wish you the very best anyway. I want to let you know a couple of things. A, I have a tarot class coming up this Tuesday. Please join us, 7 p.m. The link is already up. In error, I put out a message saying that I was also doing, pretty much at the same time, an event in the StaarCon 5 Afterglow. That's actually Thursday. I'll be sending out a message about that, but please join me Tuesday on YouTube. If you have a StaarCon 5 ticket, join me Thursday on Excel Events. There are links in the description to do a bunch of different things. Book an appointment with me. Become a member of my YouTube channel. Get a StaarCon 5 ticket. Join the StaarCon 6 mailing list. do all the things. I'm available for readings this weekend and next week, so let's make it happen. Thank you to the members, the moderators, Gen Xers. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so very much.